Diablo 4.
2.3.0.66482. Prog. Actual. Battle. Net.
What the hell? I don't know what it was doing there. Anyways, after having to yell at my kid, tell him, hey, I threw out your toothbrush for a reason, we can finally get things going.
Logging into battle. Net. Queued for login -and alt. Connecting to Diablo if services. Right action button can't queued.
Yes, we're doing it. We're putting Japanese voices on a Western game. Call me a weeb if you want. That's how I do things. If I'm tired of it, I'll go back. But in the meantime, no. Japanese voices in Diablo. You ever play Gears of War in Japanese? It's dope. Well, I guess we waiting. Okay. We got some.
静かにしろ。闇に迷し。おい、黙れ。感づかれた。走れ。走れ。足を動かせ。おい、何考えてる。そいつはもう助からねえよ。口を出すな。分かったよ。俺を守りたまえ。導きたまえ。おい、俺を見ろ。ここにあるんだぞ。お宝はもう近い。いや、違う。私が求めたのは知識だ。奴らだ。そうだな。こっちに来てくれ。さあ、しっかりしろ。扉の封印を破るんだ。光の加護よ。戦車は来たり。戦車が扉を開く。血が示す。一体何のことだ。血が示す。これは血が鍵だ。何。二人ともこっち。早く行け。俺に任せて行け。ここで求めし者の血を流せと。まったく何の冗談だ。よし開いた。彼を助けないと。もう手遅れだぜ。急げ。 かわいそうにな。まあ元気だぜ。これで取り分も増えたしな。どこに隠されてることは分かってんだ。あらよね。三者は来たり、三者が扉を開く。求めし者の血で向かいよ、向かいよ、創造主を、向かいよ、憎悪の。そんなバカな。なんて書いてあるんだ、お宝は。これは召喚だ。それも口にすることさえ許されない禁忌の。騙されるぞ。
宝の楽しもね。ここは何なんだ。
わからない。多分神殿かも、あるいは雲母か。
そして血が鍵となる。
計らったよ。俺を守りたまえ、導きたまえ。闇に迷いしまれよ、我が魂を救いたまえ。
深淵より本身の救済を求め三者は来たり、三者が扉を開く。求めし者の血で今ここに招かぬ。来い。
計らったよ。俺を守りたまえ、導きたまえ。闇に迷いし
目を開け。
どこしへの光を守りたまえ、どこしへの光を守りたまえ、どこしへの。
ここに光はない。知識を求めに来たのだろう、この闇へ。
そうだ。
求めし知識はここにある。抗うな。唱えよ。お招きするのだ。
三者は来たり、三者が扉を開く。求めし者の血で今ここに招かん。迎えよ、憎悪の御子を。サンクチュアリの創造主を。迎えよ。リリスを。 食いたまえ。
Alright, I got a miniature rant. Uh,
どうも放浪者さん。歴史の賜物が揃ってるよ。
what is this?
Jimmy. Stop.
Yeah, my son likes to make a lot of noise when he's not on voice chat. But oh, this is what they meant by microtransactions. Horse farmer. Oh, hey.
Bari, contigo. Stop. Rainbow. No, please. Oh, get out. Why do you want to steal my tree? I don't know. Why do you want to steal my kidnapping Finally. That's no game. Get longer. I gotta do this again.
Oh yeah, a necromancer with vitiligo right here. Oh yeah, I dig it.
We gotta kill him. I want what you did. Okay, how many minutes do you have? There's no way! Bad, some people. There's no way.
Oh, okay. Idolago.
Oh! Come on. Really people like fun. Yeah, really. That's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. We'll ask you this, and then I have to oh, you think it's like this? It's you're gonna fix some oh yeah. Like that. Do that. Okay, I need to move. What I need to do? Let's start. I slipped in it. Did Brown just leave the game? Bro, look at this guy. This guy has two Benzini better than me. I have two Benzini better than me. What? Why is close to Dave did it?
Lesbian side mode. Oh, about some secret bounce.
Get out, nobody wants you.
The domino effect.
You get slapped. This is your fault. This is your fault. You're getting muted. You're getting robbed. Now I gotta do this all day with you? Bro, come on. Bro! Stop slapping me. You're doing a lot of getting worse. You're doing a lot of... Stop slapping me. You're doing a lot of getting worse. Bro, come on. Seriously.
Give me the afro.
What you want?
I said, give me
Why
the
you
afro.
think? Why the hell would you even slap me? Bro. I need it! Bro, I need it! Bro, who is this? Who actually deserves it? You die. You obviously don't have nothing. You have only have is nothing. Look you have. Nothing. Nothing. I slapped him! Easy. I'm trying to help you. What are you trying to do? Like, come on, it's real, yo. Yeah. I'm gonna slap mom. What the actually? Oh. What did you beatbox me? Beatbox me. Because you're already a face. What the heck are you trying to do? You're glitching out of the lobby. You're like glitch out lobby guys. Look, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's great. It's easy. Somebody go to the video. No! Idiot! Why the hell is this funny? You don't know how to game versus, bro. This guy's an idiot, bro. Look at this guy's foot. Look at this foot. Oh, you're flat. Ah! You're annoying, bro. Leave yourself alone. Yeah, get out, bro. Nobody wants you. Leave my stuff alone. Leave my stuff alone. Leave my stuff alone, bro. This guy just leveled up in reverse, bro. Get out. Nobody actually reverse. Look at this guy's stuff, bro. This guy has nothing on. He doesn't. Oh, he has nothing, bro. Look at this guy's avatar. Look, there's nothing what he has. Look, I have more. This guy doesn't. The base is already locked. I know that. I know basically locked. And I know by AI person. 3, 2, 1. This guy is about to get slapped. You idiot! How you die?
Hey, hush. Wait, we're gonna do this all day?
No, I'm just slapping this guy.
Then hush. Do it quietly. Do it quietly.
Oh my god. No. No. I gotta be launcher. I'm gonna be launcher him. Nobody's ever getting
Jimmy. Hush.
Okay. Oh, she's okay. Okay. No, please.
I'm telling you.
Please, stop. Let me see if someone actually gets caught in the trap, bro.
Okay, they can't even hear you. I can hear.
Yeah, I actually know that.
Alright then. Shush. You told them shush.
I don't know what's going on. I am almost close to 30 million money.
What the hell is that?
What?
That character.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like a thing.
You made a skinwalk.
No.
I look like a Ronald McDonald.
No. How dare you make fun of black women?
That's a woman?
How dare you make fun of black women?
No. You gave the clown the Gligo. You're talking to me about making fun of people?
I didn't make her a clown. You keep on talking.
I look like a man. You know it.
Keep on talking.
I look like a man. I look like a white man.
This is my necromancer.
I look like a white man.
You act like black people are supposed to have specific features.
Yeah, that's not creepy.
No.
If that was at 2 a.m,
I did it.
just look. Ew. Now I'm offended.
Be
They have
offended.
no titties. They're wearing a binder. You're gonna sit here and tell me.
Bro, come on.
You're gonna sit here and tell me.
Yeah, it's
What do you want me to do?
Make it look like a woman if you're gonna tell me it's a woman.
See, look, there's her nose. Now, I wanted her to have bigger lips, but these are the only 4 presets they have for the faces. This is the least. Now that's Activision Blizzard, who is no more. Huh. What you want?
Gotcha.
How dare you?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I feel it.
I got his Bombardino Crocodile.
Come on, me.
I got his stuff, bro.
Hey,
He's mad.
hush. You go to the store.
Alright, you go to the store? Be safe.
Tell my mommy on me.
Look at my keys. I don't keep this place, so.
That's how you just push that.
Get some cheese cut.
Okay, so
I don't have the money right now.
nothing.
Fine, do it later.
Bro got the
That's sweet.
Bro got up in his bro's car like this.
I'm no way around.
Bro's like, why? Because I stole his Bombardino Crocodile, bro.
Yeah, so I recently had to move. So here's some. I recently had to move. I'm still settling in. It's also my day off of work. Somehow I had to piece together my bed, my son's bed, and
You know what?
When someone tries to get you,
and all that there. And I had to do it in a short amount of time because I had to work. I am now off of work.
sucks because I was before that.
So
If I were lucky, huh? If I were lucky, hey. Okay. I'm gonna reverb and because I want to like stable.
now,
I need to buy more stuff. So reverb.
all right. Now with that being said, yeah,
Oh, chimpanzee, bananini, and
I'm not really a big fan of moving because You have to find things again. Some stuff ends up being broken, you know. And that's an actual fact, Jack. Some things end up being broken, lost, stolen. Sometimes it's your own fault. Sometimes it isn't. And a lot of what I'm doing now is just trying to settle into my new place and keep it going. Now, with that being said, thank you guys for making it out. Let's just go with red.
And guess what? We need to like cost so much money. Cappuccino was I think. There it is. I'm gonna buy free stuff, and obviously then I pay.
So yeah, it's gonna be me and my son. And I don't know. So yeah, I think I'll start with that. Ooh, perfect.
This guy is actually really Run. I'm running. What are you asking? Yes, I go to the game. This bro actually was like, why? That was my first.
Oh, as much as I hate Activision Blizzard and Bobby Kotick, what I do not hate is
そして皮肉にも永劫の戦いが繰り広げられる地となり果てた。その中でホラドリムという一団が平和を守り続けた。だがかつての栄光は見る影もなくなった。そして今人類を支配すべくサンクチュアリの創造主たちが帰ってきた。これはその水防の物語である。
Alright, so, as I said, now I did buy Diablo 3, and I would buy Diablo 4 if it was on sale. Yes, that also means that I'm giving Microsoft money and Activision money, and I don't feel it's the right thing to give them money given how things are going down. But I think as gamers and as individuals, we don't give ourselves much of a choice. You know, we allow people who are only interested in capitalizing off of what we have in our pockets for their sake. You see, to them, it's not about putting out a grandiose art project. It's not about feeding their families. It's not about having a roof over their heads. It's not about paying their bill. It's not about their comfort and standard of living. It's really just about how much can I squeeze from these people. A good majority of the people that work for these companies, even if it is a passion project for some people, it is not a passion project for others. To most people in the games industry, it is a means to an end. We make something big, and then because people expect something big for the money they pay that's big. And it is just that simple. It is an equal opportunity exchange for some. For some, it's we got to keep doing this because monies. And you see, you have companies like Nintendo where most everybody that works at Nintendo has a livable wage that them, their kids, their families, they can comfortably live off of. And it's not something that's just built up over time. It is what it is. Those rules don't apply to companies here in America. Those rules don't apply to companies like Microsoft or Sony. All right, the guys at the top are not going to take a pay cut in favor of keeping the workforce on board. Now they have to rehire a bunch of people for less money, and those people aren't going to do as good a job.
凍える前に避難先を見つけよう。 道が塞がれている。嵐が止めば通れるはず。
What is happening? Oh, actually, myself was actually stuff that I don't have. Like I have like stuff that's here. That's okay. My stuff is now back.
時間がいる。
What happened? Cyborg. I don't know what I'm saying. Alt is equal to. No here. Look at this. There's no here. Because people freaking don't respect me. And nobody can. Because when I'm trying to do something out, something's already removed. And when I'm already there, they're going to be like, what happened? Person's account. Yeah, that's what they were doing. Why would you going to hack my own account? They're like, you know me. You know what I mean? Because nobody does. They don't know. get my account back, or else you're gay. Because I don't. Dreads. Now I look like this. Now I'm gonna look like this. I'm gonna look like everything I can. Now the people that are doing like people. All they have to do is this. If someone else finds up, they'll be like, yeah, look at this film. I did my Transformers! But I'm gonna beat one of y'all up. Because I didn't dress myself up
この
like
町
this.
も見捨てられたか
Now everything's so
悪魔
much
ど
better.
もがあちこちに闇の中に牙が。噛んだぞ。
錯乱してるわ気をつけて
Respect me. Someone they were like, yeah, this guy is doing it. And why are you going to do that? You know I can do up stuff. I can beat someone up with it. And I can kill someone.
Ugh. 街中では無理だ
Alright, so
街中では無理だ
関係ねえだろ。
黙って大詰め申し訳ありません旅の方大変な時に来てしまいましたね
so
この狂人が町に入ってきて面倒を起こしたのです
悪魔が廃墟から出てきてみんな殺される。
廃墟一体何の話だ説明しますさあこちらへ
long story short,
北の廃墟で悪がうごめいていますあのかわいそうな僧侶がきっと中に入ったんでしょう大聖堂の僧侶です
alright,
ここでは無
what
理
was I saying? I've been working hard. I gotta pay, you know what I mean? I gotta pay bills.
自分の身は自分で守らないと
But if I'm being honest, where I work at now, and I'm not telling you where I work, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there any more than the rest of my coworkers want to be there. Most of the coworkers I know have multiple jobs, right?
ここは至って普通の町ですが故郷に変わりありません私たちの方で何とかしますがしばらくは小休みませんちょっと窮屈なんですエレンタは去年の冬に耳を悪くしました外の危険から守ってくれ
So none of this stuff really matters in this game because it's really just a hop, skip, and a jump. I don't have to pay attention to the plot. I've never paid attention to the plot of any Diablo game. It's always just been
感謝します
play the game.
よければ手を貸そうか。
What is this? Hold on a sec. Oh, my son is calling me. What do you want?
にまだ心地よいものがあるみたい
If it has anything to do with Roblox, I can't help you. Yes, I'm over here. Oh my god.
This is my different. On my own thing.
ここでは無理だ。
Okay.
ここでは無理だ。
Okay, finally got a range check.
On my old account, I think.
注意しろ。噛みつくぞ。
街中では無理
I
だ。
got banned for 2 days.
Hey,
この辺りの森は危険だからね。
I can't buy nothing.
火の加減は良さそうだが、消えてしまわぬように。
ああ、大変。なんだって？ああ、大変ね。なんだって？なんか言った？
怪我をしてるなら薬があるぞ。
デブミールが暖炉の前を占領するようなら肘でつついてやりな。
Alright, so moving into a new place is not what I would consider the most fun thing to do. It never really is. Generally. Generally, what I would like is to not have to unpack everything and set everything up yet again. But this won't be the last time I move. And the one thing I can tell anybody, if you've ever had to deal with the fallout from, COVID time, just remember, Huh? This game is dark. So one thing about Western design video games I never liked is how dark they always are. Yeah, I see him getting lost in the game. Yeah, my job is shitty. So, go back for it. My job is shitty. And it's funny because I was having this conversation with an old lady. I said, it was on the subject of dudes and what they care about, because I watched this video on YouTube and it talks about how like Candace Owens and Kevin Samuels just basically proves they've been saying all along. There's a whole marriage before you carry bullshit. When they're talking about Naomi Osaka. Now the reason why I say bullshit is simple, because I don't know Naomi Osaka's story, but I do know this. And this isn't to take a jab at the WNBA, right? Caitlin Clark, while she most definitely puts butts in seats, much the same way that Angel Reese puts butts in seats, the WNBA is still subsidized and it's not that interesting of a sporting event. None of the sporting events are that interesting to watch. and they never will be. At least not in this day and age, and not how things are going right now. You know, I do know a professional female basketball player, and she chose to go overseas because the WNBA there's no money in it for these women, right? And if you think about it, why would you take on a job that doesn't pay you? Okay? Why would you do that? Simple answer. It's stupid to take on a job that you but yeah, why would you take on a job that's not going to pay you? Why would you stay at a job that's not going to pay you? More important, why would you stick with that job? And the simple answer is you wouldn't. You wouldn't stick with a job that is underpaying and undervaluing you, right? But more importantly, you're not going to stick with a job that isn't going to pay you. Why would you stay at an employer? Why would you stay with an employer that's not employing you? What's the sense in working for someone or a company that doesn't appreciate you or pay you what you're worth? Two things are going to happen. You're going to leave. Or you're going to stay. The only reason you stay is because it's convenient, and whatever that convenience is, all right? The only reason you stay is because it's convenient, all right? Because it's better than upending your life, all right? It's better than putting forth the extra amount of effort that will be required to get further along at that point in time in life. Now, my thing is this. Regardless of what people say about them subsidizing the WNBA, and these women saying that they don't get paid enough, if I'm making $8,000 a month, right? $10,000 a month, I'm okay with that payout. I'm not gonna complain about the cost of living because I've lived off of less. If it costs you about $2,000-$3,000 a month for a nice apartment, right? You still have $5,000 left to buy top of the line gear for training. You still have money to eat. You still have money to entertain yourself. And you still have money to save for bigger and better things. That is a job that you can have without needing that significantly huge of a payout. See? Now here's another thing. What does the WNBA have to offer to their players should they get pregnant. Right? Do they get time? Do they get leave? Do they get pregnancy leave? Or do they have to come back in exactly 6 weeks? Right? So these are things to think about. But these are the questions that neither the fantards or the lazy closet racists or WNBA players themselves aren't asking. These are the things they're not saying. They're not talking about what are some of the provisions that come with this paycheck. What are some of the provisions that come with this job? Do I have any stock options, etc.? You know? These are the things that fans and the players alike are not talking about. What are the medical benefits? Right? So yeah, as far as pay is concerned, no. I found out how much WNBA players make, top players on average. It don't matter. You get paid to play professional basketball. You get paid to play women's professional basketball. Just because you are a professional does not mean that you deserve to make millions of dollars a year. Just because you are a master of something also does not mean you deserve to make millions of dollars a year. You should. You should. I don't disagree with the fact that you should be paid what you are worth. You should be able to make that much, but you also should be able to put out that kind of work ethic. And the way I see it, and I do have to agree with the actor Denzel Washington, this is a gift. This is a blessing. Not a lot of people get paid to act. Right? There are a lot of people who are acting to be a completely different person offline. And they have to do that for, personal security reasons. From the Twitch streamers to, the people making skits, the internet comedians. Everybody has to pretend to be somebody they're not. Which, of course, brings me back to what this woman was saying about Naomi Osaka. Now, I love Naomi Osaka. I also fucks with YB and Corday. They're no longer together. But clearly, right? And I'm not assuming anything, but from my perspective, and just because Caribbean parents and Asian parents have a lot in common when it comes to how fucked up they are towards their kids. Black parents and Asian parents can be really fucked up towards their kids. If an Asian man is telling you that all he did was follow Richard Williams' blueprint on how he trained his daughters to play tennis, and that's why they were so good, it's not hard to see why, on top of the somewhat suffocating social issues that Japan has, like you can't stand out. Well, that's already fucked because she's black, right? So imagine living being black and white people, Asian people, and black people don't know how to communicate with you properly, right? You're gonna live with that for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter. And the reason why I say white people, Asian people, and black people don't know how to communicate with you properly, to Asians, if they're from America, they might take on the idiocy of the average black or white American, where they think they know what is best for you, or they have a good idea of the kind of villain you are when you might not even be that. Now, if they're native Asian, like, they'll ask you before they touch your hair. But it's not a racist thing with them. It's oh shit, this person is most definitely not from here. What are they here for? It's more curiosity and less tribalism. Over here, it is the most over here in America, and I mean, I'm black. I mean, I can say this with my whole chest. There's tribalism here, and we have no right to be that way. We have not one modern American has any right to be that way, especially the white ones. Especially the white ones. Every Asian in America is about as dumb as dog shit if they support this white agenda. Now, I'm not here trying to preach, colorism and all that other stuff. That's not what I'm saying. But I am trying to educate and let it be known that just because you are the model citizen, and Latinos and Hispanics found this shit out the hard way. And Haitians too. I've noticed everybody that's getting deported are people that, turn their nose up at the people who were already born and raised here, right? My dad's an immigrant too, but I'll say this. He never turned his nose up against other Americans. He never did that. Right? At least not that I've noticed. Maybe my mom got stories about that. So, I have plenty of relatives who are from the Caribbean, from the islands. They got their citizenship. They did everything the right way, but they never once turned their nose up against other people. That was what they did. That is what they didn't do. That isn't to say that they haven't, but around me, it was a rare occurrence. A very rare occurrence. But with that being said, and I do mean this, so with that though, what shit, yeah, alright, so. Alright, but now, with that said though, just so I don't get too sidetracked and everything, and so I don't ramble on, I'm literally, I swear, trying to play a video game and carry on a somewhat intricate conversation with somebody who may or may not be on the other side watching, it's just kind of difficult. It's stressful. Actually, like, this shit burns calories. It's like being in school and then being given an impromptu speech. Like it's crazy. It's like this dress. Great. Everything blue. We crippin'.
Where's the guy? I thought someone told me to bring the road.
I'll put that one on. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Fast. Alright. So,
本当ですか？は、まさに天の使いです。
with that being said, though,
ごめんなさいね。お渡しするお金がなくて。
with that being said,
温かいシチューと楽しい時間なら。
一杯飲んだらどうだ。
do I?
笑い流せ。よろしければぜひご一緒に。
Now,
救世主に。
it's usual medieval fantasy anime stuff. Delicious in a dungeon. Something gruesome's probably about to happen. Got a little too wasted, huh? People can't be trusted, huh? Oh, look how y'all just did me dirty. But yeah, to go back to that whole thing, it was just a video that I was just watching on YouTube, and what's fucked is that the problem I have. Ooh. If I have to read, from what I inferred from that video, what I saw was that a lot of people try to have these weird talking points. And I mean, you can argue that I'm not saying anything different, that I'm not doing anything too far removed. But the reality is, if you claim you know what Kevin Samuels and Candace Owens is talking about, or that you identify with what they're saying, well, no shit. A lot of people identify with what the both of them have said. But most people are taking what those two particular figures, the late Kevin Samuels and I don't want to say the sellout, but you know, the detestable Candace Owens is somebody. Candace Owens is somebody who's black when it's convenient. You know.
奴らが来る。もうこの村は終わりだ。起きろ。
Get your ass up.
起きろ。戦って逃げるんだ。
そこいやっちまいな。
光のご加護。救われぬ魂どもが。
It's alright. God.
我らと同じ祝福を受けたのだ。
これで全部だ。そう願いたい。狂人だと。廃墟から戻った後、異教と共に薬を飲まされた。お前と同じようにな。私は我に帰り脱出した。教会に入ろうとしたが鍵がかかっていて。この邪悪は一体何なんだ。血の花びらか。
奴らに食わされたに違いない。
Yep, sure did.
冒涜的な儀式だ。どこで習ったのだ。答えは教会にあるかもしれない。鍵がかかっているのには理由があるはず。彼らを率いていたあの女が鍵を持っているかもな。
Alright, so yeah, they follow Lilith. Which, if you know the story, Lilith came before Eve. I'm not religious, but even I understand that. Hell no. Give me 5 of them.
I will protect you. Dad, my mom outside.
All right. I have to invest in a larger display. Uh,
I spent $22. I got some drink mix and I got juice.
What drink is? 'This? 'Cherry limeade.
Cherry limeade.
Oh. Oh. 'Cause 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 That's why.
It's not that much further off. It's just a few minutes.
Yep. I'll do it.
In my head, you could walk the whole trail until you get to that part by the woods, by Dollar Store.
Yeah.
You could walk that far.
I just walking straight to work.
Yeah, that was hefty.
Yeah, so just to make sure, yeah. Yeah. But so as I was trying to say, bless you. Oh wait, I'm out of skill points. I'm not riding. Like super right.
There's black stuff.
Yeah, when the black on the other side, that's like bananas. You just put them in a
You
dent.
call it bananas.
No, you don't. Right when they got mold. They do.
It's a much smaller guy, but I'm taking a shower. You're dealing with it. I mean,
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm still trying to get settled into my new place.
this sink, you have to like squish the water out of it. It's tilted this way.
Mhm.
Oh, you look like chicken bites. It looks seasoned anyway. Turning the thing down.
Okay. What? Oh.
Fries.
All right. So as I was saying, trying not to get lost. But what I was saying about a lot of folks, they sometimes they have bad takes. Sometimes people have bad takes. But the way I look at it is the way I look at that kind of conversation. It's not too far fetched or too far removed from the kind of rhetoric that you would hear, from the many grifters in what they call the manosphere or whatever. And I've seen it time and time again. Now, for anyone thinking that I was, gonna condemn Kevin Samuels, no, I will not. Well, number one, that man died how he lived. And he was who he said he was the whole way. And on top of that, his message and his motives were not, some people say it's not for the weak. No, his message and motive was most definitely for the weak, not just for those who were already strong. His message and motive was for everybody, especially the weak, whether they were economically underserved, challenged, or whether they made bad decisions or not. His information, same thing with Candace Owens. Her information is it's not for the weak, but since she grifts, a lot of the stuff that she says that is true can be seen as something to be taken with a grain of salt, which is not the kind of reputation you want to have, and it's not the kind of rhetoric you want to put out. The thing is, she's still standing on her butt. She still has every intent to die on the hill that she decided to stand on, and that is something. Without glazing her, that is something that is to be not so much admired but respected, because at the end of the day, she didn't change up for nobody. She didn't do it. She didn't switch up just to please anybody. You could say the same thing for Kevin Samuels. But where am I going with this? Well, where I'm actually going with it is this. What bothered me was the whole marry before you carry thing, and the fact that people take what certain people say, even if it is true, even if it is, good word or good information, they only take part of their information and run with it. It's like when you say curiosity killed the cat, but there's a whole lot more to that saying than curiosity killed the cat. We're oftentimes misquoting the original quote when we say that. Yeah. So, yeah, blood is thicker than water. That's only part of it. That's not even the whole damn quote. So, and that's what these red pillars are doing. They know that people are too dumb to do the research themselves or too lazy to do the research themselves. They know that people will only hear certain bullet points because that's not how the human mind works. That is how modern humans just happen to act. So, back in elementary and high school, when we were given these assignments to do a bunch of research, right? That was the type of stuff we were supposed to be researching. Mind you, I am not religious, but the things I know about the Bible and the characters in it,
What are the covenants to get to the water?
film, I know, film and all that other shit is what it was. You know, film, my parents, comedians, etc. I never went out and learned this stuff on my own, but I would eventually go out. I guess you could say I did learn the stuff on my own, but only after someone else had already mentioned it. And I've even had conversations with people who were more educated in those things than I was about them. Educated, right? So, and instead of pretending like I knew what the fuck I was talking about, I asked questions. You know, and I spoke as if I didn't know, but I was, you know, I wanted to acquire knowledge. You know, very inquisitive about that stuff. The problem, we are not willing as a people to learn once we graduate high school and college. That is why, and I do mean this, that is why people can't, won't, and don't change once they reach a certain age. It has nothing to do with when you're 18, 21, 25, and 30. It has everything to do with the fact that you were so exhausted from people cramming knowledge into your brain that you didn't have any real original intention of learning, that anything else after a certain age, like when you are done educating yourself, you're done trying to learn. That's why when they say things like people are, when they say people don't, damn, look at that man look angry as fuck. You missed it. But when they say
Oh, Sheriff's at the house then.
but as I was saying, if you refuse to learn, right? I'm not in college, but I am always willing to learn something or change myself for the better, especially if whatever it is I'm learning is interesting. But one other thing to think about too, right, is I'm still trying to go back to school, right? But I'm only doing this to learn a damn trade skill. I can tell you right now, I am exhausted when it comes to education that I'm not interested in. And there's a lot of stuff regarding welding that I am not really all that interested in, but I have to learn it because it's a part of the skill. It's an intricate part of the skill. It's like knowing how to play the piano, guitar, and other instruments, but you don't know music theory. But you know, music theory is the science and mathematics behind, you know, being able to play music, the psychology behind it, all that, whatever. I don't know music theory, but from the outside looking in, that's what I assume. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but everybody that learns music theory ends up producing better beats. They end up they end up, oh, well, a priest is brutally murdered by a bunch of people who were possessed by a fucking ancient demon. Oh, how will I ever, this is like so freaky. This is so weird. This is so contrived. Where have I seen this before? I mean, I'm watching this too as I talk, but I mean, let's be real. That's how predictable all this shit is. And that's also why I'm not paying attention to the plot, because I've seen this shit before a lot. But with that, like I said, the reason why I say education is, important and why people don't want to educate themselves. This is kind of like addiction. I saw this video where this dude was talking about how yeah, don't make another one. Yeah. As I was saying though, I've been wondering, yes. I'm only talking to him because I get experience. That's how Kevin Samuels is. Now, but no, everybody had all the negative things that they could possibly say about that dude, and the reality, and look, I'm not gonna lie, I saw a couple videos of Kevin Samuels. I think this was when Aisha Curry said some really stupid shit. And I do think it's stupid because, don't get me wrong, much as I respect the Curry family, that's the shit. Steph Curry got the best shooting percentage out of anybody in the NBA. That doesn't stop people from saying stupid shit. But at the end of the day, I also can't harp on her because she also retracted those statements. Not that she needed to. And yes, I do believe that it's not just women, but everybody wants to feel valued by more than just the people that they decided to start a family with. That's why she did that. I'm assuming that I understand the psychology behind why she did that. You know what I mean? And honestly, it wasn't even that big of a deal. The reason if I remember correct, they asked her questions if she was on a panel or whatever, and not for nothing, it's not like she doesn't have her own. She's just not a damn athlete. She still did a lot of things most other dudes didn't do, and most other women didn't do. She married her high school sweetheart, and she had kids with him. And she knows. All right, let's put it this way. If anything happens to Steph Curry, his pension and whatever he leaves behind for his daughters and everybody, it's not going to save her. So, for that, being a housewife or a house husband, breadwinner or not, breadwinner just means you make more than your fucking partner. That's all it means. Okay? Broke just means you make less than somebody else. Doesn't mean you actually don't have any fucking money. It means you don't have money to spend on frivolous shit. That's what being broke means. in this day and age, especially if you ask a rapper. Most rappers. Some rappers like 50 Cent or Eminem will tell you, what the fuck I need to spend $5,000 on? You can buy a used car with that money. You know, he's right. Talk about people are cheap, but there is a such thing as looking at how much money is spent after the fact. I'm running around in circles and okay, no, I gotta go this way. Damn. Okay. Quest line. This game is dark. Very dark. And I don't mean dark as in theme and violence and all that. I mean dark as in this shit is fucking dark. Like I can't see shit. Oh, you was here the whole time? Alright, buddy. Alright. Let's pull some. Go five. Just keep 5 of these motherfuckers on the screen at a given time. Alright, but yeah, so trying not to get too fucking sidetracked on all that. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna harp on, the wife of somebody, some celebrity wife, or celebrity wife of a celebrity. Because like I said, everybody has a desire to feel loved and wanted and appreciated, adored, and not just ignored. Everybody wants to be celebrated, not tolerated. You know what I mean? The problem is when you start complaining about people not celebrating you enough, right? During a moment where somebody else is supposed to be celebrated, you just look like somebody who's tolerating the person who's supposed to be celebrated. And that's not right. So, if there is a social issue, it is that and that only. Alright? Now, think about it this way. There's a lot of stuff that goes into, say, Kanye West stealing Taylor Swift's moment at the VMAs. And whatever the fuck he said about Beyonce having the best rap video of all time, he was right. It didn't change the fact that this dude took that moment away from that moment. That was her moment, and he decided that he was going to say, hey, you should celebrate this person and not the person who's on stage. It's fucked. And it makes him look weird. That's what we're calling people now who do things that are just bad or evil or just fucked up or rude. We call them weird. Stop calling people weird. Weird is to mean strange or obtuse or aloof. All right? Abnormal, obscure. Weird does not mean evil. Something evil can be strange, can be evil, can be weird. You know? But stop calling that shit weird. Like, that's stupid. That is beyond stupid. Goofy works because Not really.
Yeah.
If they got honey mustard, must have. Yeah. People need to stop saying weird though. But yeah. So as to avoid
Go to your bed.
first thing you did was grab all those, and you thought you was just gonna eat them willy nilly, like wasn't nothing, like you wasn't gonna burn yourself.
Go rinse your hands off.
Get a fork, cut them in half. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh yeah, we'll live. We'll live.
Here.
Um.
Stop pushing it. It's too fucking hot. Stop it.
Yeah.
That's what dumb people do. Quit it.
Yeah.
I got no sense. It's hot. Again. Move over here.
This is what being a parent gets
You're
you.
doing
And sometimes you question the things that your children do. But then you have to ask yourself, was I this way with my parents? Yes, yes the fuck you were. Yes the fuck you was. You was just as stupid. Alright? You did the same amount of dumb shit. You put your parents through some stupid shit.
Do you realize your parents were also 30 with 3 kids?
Yeah, but this is the other thing too.
This was just shit.
Yeah.
I did my best. Your best was horrible.
Doing your best is your child being able to see that no matter what, you still came through somehow, even if it wasn't all the time or top shelf quality. All right, and trust me, you could be one of those parents that do your best and make $100,000 or millions of dollars a year. It's called being an absentee parent. It's called not being a good parent. It's called being an abusive parent. Not weird, okay? Sure, you can call creepy is not weird. That's something to be afraid of. That is a covert.
If that was the topping on mac and cheese, that'd pretty.
What, chicken?
No, it's not chicken. It's cheese.
If this?
It's supposed to be cheddar tots. That's not tater tots. It's the ball of hot cheese. Mozzarella cheese. Have you smacked that down on some mac and cheese?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We ain't been enough.
Won't starve today.
Didn't starve yesterday.
Yeah, I did, but I forgot bread. I would put the bread in the refrigerator. But I can't.
Mm-hmm. I'm over here trying to talk and play the game at the same time. It is so hard to stay focused on any topic of discussion. When streaming, it is like almost impossible. Don't know how some people do it. For them, I have ADD too, so yeah. Even worse. Now, all that shit said, my afro. Now, with all that being said, I need to try to finish this down. But basically, I saw a YouTube video that grinded my gears because people were talking about people as if it really mattered. And one thing I've noticed about people in the red pill community and these pink pillars, and the ones that be so smug about being a pick me and all that. All y'all range from goofy, creepy, bozo, but you're goofy and creepy to creepy, or just plain rude. But you're all bozos. Almost everybody is a fuck. Almost everybody in these spaces is a damn bozo. Right? They be grown ass women, barely grown ass women. I'm talking about you just hit the legal age of 18, 21, 25, 30, whatever. And you think you know the world or know everything about the world. You make videos about shit sitting in your car or in your garage, playing the blame game and pointing fingers at people who honestly aren't the reason why your ass is single, unmarried, and, you know, the most hated. Right? You can't do anything legitimately or with any kind of integrity, so you grift. Because again, you're taking advantage of the fact that humans really are that stupid. You know, you realize that willful ignorance is a moneymaker for you. So, you know, get on the internet preaching about how men and women have fucked up relationships with each other. Men and women are not doing their job. Men are not standing up, are not stepping up. Women, you know, worse. This generation is cooked. This generation is cooked that. And the shit don't ever stop. But all actuality, and I don't know, it's just because y'all mad because y'all didn't bitch.
That's all it goes.
Or is y'all just mad?
Because you straight lied to your job. I'm just fucking different a little bit.
I told you.
Yeah, that's all it was. That's just because I want to avoid walking past your house.
That's because you want to avoid?
Yeah, just because I want to avoid walking over there.
Why?
I know.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, that road is still safer than the trail at night.
I'm not walking anywhere at night.
It's like there's shootings that go on all the roads next to.
There's houses up next to the trails, though.
There's
people, that's what I'm saying, it's backyards and shit. And I'm like, everyone looks scary, but they're friendly. Everyone is trying to just work out with their dog or whatever.
Yeah, that's the part of the hood that just isn't. So yeah, yeah. Trying to make sure everything else got done. Yeah, so, but yeah, there's a reason I don't use the term weird. I say goofy for a reason, because you got to be the idea that you can get on the internet and be single, right? And bitchless, or, you know, childless, or having a family of your own, The fact that you got the audacity to be on the internet talking about what other people should or shouldn't be doing in accordance to, say, how you were raised or what you think is the right way, marry before you carry, etc. Weird is not the term I would use. I would use goofy, because to be goofy is to be laughable. And you gotta be a special kind of stupid. You know what I mean? You are somebody to laugh at. Because ain't no way you gonna sit up here and try to tell me how I live my life is wrong. If I have enough common sense to see that I made too many bad moves, all right, and if I made some bad, if the moves I made in life weren't the best, let me deal with that. Let me deal with that, because you're not doing anything to help. Except telling me you should be ashamed having children out of wedlock. Are you still with the person that you had a child with? Is the question. That's a lot of what Kevin Samuels is doing. Was making sure that even if these people were not married, that they actually were committed to keeping the family they created together instead of tearing it apart. And he would get on women for wanting to, use hypergamy as an excuse as to why they couldn't stick with the man they chose to lay down with and have babies with. Listen, even with the repealing of Roe v. Wade, it is still your body, it is still your choice. Regardless of the state lines, regardless of if he says he wants to or not, or doesn't want to have a child. That's how that works, all right? Women are allowed to be autonomous, and they can decide whether or not they want. Is it murder? Whatever floats your fucking boat. Call it murder if you want to or not. It don't matter. If you know having a child is gonna fuck your money up, your life up, and your career up, don't have one. All right? We're one of the few species on this planet that has sex for recreation. Dolphins being another one. All right? I believe sloths and koalas also fornicate for sexual or for sexual satisfaction, and not just procreation. Right? Like this idea that that's what we're supposed to do, and yes, there are more people out here that are broke that are having more kids than they can afford. I got one. All right? And I'll say it right now. The only reason I have one is because, I thought I could handle the responsibility. And up until COVID, I was very confident with that. But with all the shit that has gone wrong in my life, in the last 5 years, in fact, and I'm still recovering from COVID. Not the disease, but just everything that came with us being locked in our houses and not being able to work, and all the laws that were changed and shit. Everything that came with all the hardships that I faced, I took it on the chin, but I'm just one individual. I'm not always going to be like that. I love my son very much. I planned him, and I wouldn't change anything for the world. If I could do it all over again with somebody else, that's not even a question that's not even something I should be saying. It's not even really something I should be saying, but what happened? Mm-hmm. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't talking to so I don't sit up and ramble on any longer. I guess I'll end it on a note that I ended up stopping the video because I realized that, like, I was watching it to see if they had anything tangible to say. And then again, what it all comes down to is there are a lot of people I unfollowed or stopped watching on YouTube because I thought the rhetoric was. I thought their rhetoric was damning. You know what I mean? But I realized part of the reason why nothing's happening to these folks is because they're not exactly spreading misinformation. It's the people who follow their rhetoric that are moving with or without integrity. Right? Again, some of these people might, but again, that's the easy out. For example, you got Myron Gaines. If you saw that video that's been floating around, this guy talks about how, like, yeah, I listened to you and I slept around and I did all this and the third and it did nothing but hurt me. Yeah, it did. It did. You listened to a dude who was already kind of a tool and already kind of a loser and was, he struck out with girls amongst other things. And believe you me, I was that guy that hated the rest of society. Especially, the women out there who basically wouldn't give me the time of day because I didn't have the money, I didn't have the social status, I didn't have the assets to impress them all. And once I realized that I was living to impress people that don't give a shit about me, I realized that I had to find my own way, But it did take some time. It wasn't like an easy thing. It wasn't like a super easy thing to just magically do. Dead body there. I mean, to put it all in perspective, I didn't know. Another thing I will say is when I was getting into like a lot of the red pill stuff a few years ago, And I can say this was probably the thing for a lot of men and women 5 years ago. Is that I was having problems in my personal relationship with my old lady, as were many other men and women. You know, folks were really out here having social issues with people they shouldn't be having them with. You know, and I believe this. You know, this part is true too. Until you acknowledge that what you're doing might not be the best thing, or, you know, not the most what you're doing might not be the best thing, or you know, oh my goodness, Super Mario Land theme using oofs from Roblox. But at some point, I had to realize that what I was doing wasn't the best. So this is, rewinding back to what I was saying about Myron Gaines. He took that man took that information, and he ended up nearly fucking his life up. If he hadn't taken that man's information, he would not have found the wife that he got.
Water. What?
随分な話だな。
信じたくはないが事実だ。なぜ私はあんな原子を。
親切な村人に感謝するのだ。お前はリリスの血を与えられたのだ。
悪魔の血。
ただの悪魔じゃない。
You can tell I'm getting bored talking about it. So,
大昔に追放されたが。
where was I going with this? I don't exactly remember at this point because I'm kind of burnt out on it. But basically, if you follow that red pill shit to this day, if you hate men for no reason, if you hate women for no real explicable reason, get a fucking life. Grow the fuck up. And do better. Because there's no reason. I mean it. There's no reason for anybody to be. We shouldn't be at each other's throats or going off on each other or mad at each other or, tripping off each other because of something a handful of people said on the internet. It's time to walk away from that. Yes, if there is somebody that you should listen to for interpersonal relationships and the like, Kevin Samuels is one of those people. His content, posthumously or otherwise, does not change that. You watch enough of that stuff, you will see that that a lot of people got it wrong. What they were saying about him was bullshit. So,
You look like I do it. Yeah.
And yes, I can say that I think, without a shadow of a doubt, a lot of people got it wrong.
Hey, that's mommy.
I like the flail. Oh, no, even better.
Wait. No.
Fries. But yeah, bottom line, do I recommend? Now it's too goddamn bright. Yo. All right.
Jimmy. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Jimmy, you'll get it taken. Quiet.
So I will be down. But yeah, bottom line, don't listen to goofies on the internet. And thanks for listening to me ramble on about that stuff. Now let's just get back to real reality. Yes. Did you? That's part of the reason why I feel like falling asleep. When it's hot, I just want to go to sleep. Man, I just rambled on about a bunch of nothing. Oh well.
Jimmy.
Why? Why are you looking at me? They broke like that.
Play something else, Jimmy.
All right, I'm out.